Human civilization is a constant struggle of gaining insights into one's environment. It is an ongoing challenge of devising survival strategies to wisely use nature for the benefit of the largest numbers. People from any part of the world can testify that in this long journey, humankind has acquired know-how about countless processes that modern science has mystified. They may not have known Newton's laws of motion, but had nonetheless designed a wheel that kept their lives continuously on the move. In the name of science, this traditional wisdom, passed on from generation to generation, was suddenly relegated to the background. In its place was introduced a so-called sophisticated system of information. This left the common people feeling disempowered and unsure of themselves, as there were constant reminders that their knowledge no longer had any meaning or applicability. No doubt, the New Age science was fast and furious and yielded fruits quickly. Indians did benefit from the Green Revolution in the fields, in industries, in old cities and new industrial townships. The benefit of this model of development virtually bypassed the Dalits, tribals and the marginalized. Those who brought in such a model of development believed them to be ignorant and illiterate, and the policies that they brought often reduced them to landlessness and destitution in the name of development.
Literacy does not equate itself with knowledge. You have some functional skills, you have some type of information, but if illiterate farmer who has worked over 30 years to cultivate a piece of land, or a tribal who has protected a set of trees or forests, their knowledge about their surroundings is impeccable. If we want people to take charge of their own destiny, one of the things they have to begin is to value what they know, develop confidence in their knowledge, and also access new knowledge.
Participatory research in Asia, or PRIA, however, believed differently. For PRIA, people had to be at the center of any development that was to touch their lives. In the early 80s, a few like-minded people joined hands to address the issue of participation of such people who were being left behind. Participatory Research in Asia, or PRIA, had a humble beginning. Taking the participatory approach as a value, PRIA worked on nurturing the rich bank of traditional know-how, as it considered it as important as the modern era sciences. It believed in instilling in people a confidence in their own capabilities and helped them build upon them. It sought to mobilize people and form groups so that they could stand on their own and assert their rights. PRIA believed in governance of the people, for the people, and truly by the people. Down the years, events have unfolded, helping it further strengthen its belief. Meet Nirmala Bai Kanwar, who has worked hard to become the Sarpanch of Kodardahi village in district Rajnandgaon in Chhattisgarh. She is a woman who has realized her worth, identified the fire within, and is now in a position that holds her accountable to a larger responsibility. She is on a mission to serve the people for whom she stands as a representative. She now attends meetings to make development plans at local level. She feels empowered to argue the case of her people and explain their point of view in the relevant quarters. Problems related to waste management and land utilization were often perceived to be the sole responsibility of the government. Now Nirmala Bai, with a little help from officials, has been able to plan a way out of these problems. As a result, compost pits were constructed and garbage bins set up in this village. PRIA understands the problems affecting these people and pioneered the concept of participatory methodology in research and training to address the real issues of the marginalized. PRIA played a vital role in putting to practice concepts and methods of empowering groups and developing leadership from below. Priya's path-breaking work continues to pay rich dividends. It has been promoting participatory development in large-scale national programs in the areas of female literacy, rural employment and self-governance. One such example can be found at village Bhador Nichi in Haryana. Here, people from the underprivileged sections are making use of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. They are getting themselves registered at the local panchayat and have also been given training to deliver the services allocated to them. They have formed a group with the help of Priya. Meetings are held where these women discuss various issues and problems. Now ask them about the Right to Information Act and they will tell you how they can make this act work for them.
We talked about the right to information in 1986-87. Our first battle on right to information was when Bhopal gas leak took place. And we went to Bhopal the next day and we wanted to access the autopsy reports of the people. And we were told they have been declared official secret.
Priya, in its infant stage, had anticipated the long-term correlation between a healthy environment and occupational health hazards. It was amongst the first to raise a voice against the exploitation of workers by exposing them to unsafe work conditions. Trade unions were formed and workers' groups supported to address the occupational health hazards of these for workers. The work is still continuing amongst the beedi workers of Chhattisgarh who are exposed to the tobacco dust, a great health hazard.
In the process of making beedi, it was very easy for them to addicted to that beedi leaves. At the same time, as I said, probably they were not paid adequately. As it is for any unorganized sector where nobody would listen to their voice because they are not united. But here where the Priya had their intervention, they very sympathetically approached these people and they tried to form a group, brought them into one platform, trying sensitization of these groups.
Priya works directly in 12 states and with local organizations in 6 more states through what it calls partners. One of these partners is Sahbagi Shikshan Kendra in Uttar Pradesh. Through their effort, now women from village Haraiya in Sitapur district do not shy away from learning, be they of any age, any caste. They motivate each other and have set the candle of learning aglow. Participatory research methodologies of Priya are successfully used in these literacy exercises. Here, everyone is on the same platform, learning together, celebrating his or her achievement together. For Priya, development means bringing a smile on the face of that last child. Ensuring education for children is an area where Priya has been continuously working for the last 25 years. The aim has been to increase the enrollment of the girl child in school and ensure that no one drops out. Khetawas is a village in Jhajjar in Haryana, inhabited by snake charmers. These villagers have been dependent on snakes for their livelihood for centuries. Snakes had taken care of their 2 square meals. Now, their life has become quite unstable as snake catching has been banned and they have no other skills or avenue to earn a livelihood. Priya has come to their aid and has been involved in their rehabilitation by helping them develop skills. More importantly, it is making them feel secure by mainstreaming their children. Priya attempts to open the gates of information for the youth, equipping them with skills, confidence, articulation and a firm belief in their own capabilities. One such effort is the Kishori Panchayats that helps young women become future activists. Priya has come to realize that advocacy and networking at the national, regional and international level is imperative. Today, it is a major player and intervenes at the national level, advocating policy changes and partnering with state agencies. Similarly, it makes strategic use of major regional and global forums to push its agenda of a participatory pro-people development paradigm. Over the years, Priya has focused on its core issues of strengthening Panchayati Raj institutions as instruments of local self-governance. For this purpose, Priya has been conducting pre-election voters awareness campaigns in various states.
Priya really, they went from village to village in their own area of operation. They just prepared some literature on their own. They prepared some folk dances, folk songs. They presented some folk theatre also, and by that way they went village to village and they made people known what is the importance of getting their name enrolled in the electoral rolls. And they really made them feel it is their responsibility and their duty to get their names involved and go to the polling booth to cast their vote independently and freely.
There are people in every village and town who actively engage in addressing the needs and aspirations of their fellow villagers or citizens. Such people are identified as citizen leaders and trained so as to build their capacities and sharpen their skills in the direction of social development. They play an important role in seeking information, organizing people, holding timely meetings, and encouraging people to raise their concerns and issues. For Priya, no detail is ever too small. Even the task of birth registration is emphasized, as getting a birth certificate is the first step in a person's journey in life. Awareness campaigns are organized while working at the grassroots to make people appreciate the importance of this otherwise ordinary piece of paper. The physical, social and economic development of metropolitan regions, municipalities and neighborhoods depends on a long-drawn planning process. It often becomes a haphazard, incremental event if all the stakeholders are not taken into consideration. Priya has been successful in bringing all the stakeholders together in the decision-making and planning process. Priya is working hand in hand with the newly formed state of Chhattisgarh. Being a new state, planning in general and town planning in particular is of profound significance. In Rajnandgaon, government officials, planners, citizens, traders and the civil society shared a platform to chalk out the roadmap for future development. It is a unique example of town planning finalized on a negotiating table rather than the desk of a planning official. Priya's management team brings in diverse groups and skills. It has people from all walks of life, all ages, from across all regions, working in a gender-responsive environment. Priya is the 25-year-old mission of Dr. Rajesh Tandon, a professionally trained engineer from IIT Kanpur and an alumni of IIM Kolkata. He has attained his doctorate from the Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, USA. For him, the challenge was making every Indian matter. Priya's team is a judicious mix of maturity of the experienced and the bubbling, infectious energy of the young. Working here is no ordinary experience. It is connecting with the lives of thousands to help them realize their dreams.
I'm learning a lot of things which I hadn't thought of.
Priya has become an identity for me, but at the same time it has ensured that I have my own identity.
And I'm very excited about it because this will be my first exercise as a town planner.
The professional approach of Priya and the learning opportunity that we get in Priya has been many years.
And for me, being part of Priya is a wonderful experience.
I feel very enthused that I am being part of this great institution which is promoting participatory development, which is promoting citizen participation in a big way.
With a firm belief in demystifying knowledge, Priya has paid special attention in building a rich bank of grassroots learning available in their resource center. People have benefited from this knowledge as it is used to produce programs that are broadcast in all regional languages. A mobile library regularly takes Priya's diverse collection of books to the people who read and enrich themselves. This mission is now in the able hands of young and upcoming development professionals that Priya is training with its continuing education certificate course. Formal collaborations with various schools of social work were carried out to promote academic engagement with the newly emerging issue of participatory research and local governance. Linkages with the academic world were broadened to enhance greater synergy in research and practical engagement. At the end of the day, Priya has the satisfaction of supporting grassroots organizations to provide context-specific support to local groups.
That requires, in a way, new ways of sharing our vision and creating new tools and methods by which opportunities arise.
For the past 25 years, it has evolved its programmatic focus in responding to the changing context and anticipating emerging trends.